Um, there was a few things I didn't like about this movie, though it was okay to say the least for a werewolf movie, but it wasn't very good at the whole werewolf part. But besides that, let's get to what I want to talk about first. So basically, he gets um, fired, right? Yet immediately after, like 2 minutes later, we see a scene of him expecting a dead body. So did they record that before he was fired and add it in later or what? And honestly, I actually felt pretty bad for Beverly, the prostitute in the movie. That's all she's known for in the movie. She ends up dying. I actually felt bad for her because what ends up killing her is she decides to be a good person. So the mom is like, "You're smarter than me, blah 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 this, blah 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 that," and she wants him to bring someone there for her to eat. He goes and gets drunk at a bar and ends up taking the prostitute home with him and makes up this story about Carla, his sister. I think it was her being dead or something. Now she always cries about him and how he wanted her to pretend to be the mom. To pretend to be the sister, her daughter. And eventually he backs out of it because he doesn't want her to get eaten. And he tells her to just leave. And he pays for the taxi. And he paid her to, go pretend to be her daughter. But he ends up backing out of it. He falls asleep on the couch. And she hears her howling in pain because she's hungry for food. She goes up there and tries to pretend to be her daughter, and she gets killed. She did not deserve that. They also, don't really do anything with this. No, not that. I was thinking about it in my head, but obviously you can't see that. Anyway, there's a homeless guy that's kind of rude, and I think they were gonna kill him, but they decided not to. The actual directors of the movie. He's homeless, she offered him a meal, he told her to F off. And then, the last time we see him, he's taking a pee in public, but, he's drunk. So he's like, "Oh, can I have some privacy?" And he's not really talking to anybody. Not anybody that we can see, anyway. So I thought she was gonna kill him. But we'd never see anything happen to him. She later kills a police officer. Speaking of which, for some reason in this movie, she kills so many people she doesn't even remember. But at the same time, she somehow can't get people. I also didn't like how the werewolf thing worked in this movie. It was kind of random. So the guy who bites her, his name is Nestor. He gets killed by fire after saying he can't die by anything. And then their only explanation is he's been a vampire for, not a werewolf for a long time. He didn't have any human in him, and that was why he died by fire, which makes zero sense. Anyway, so let's see. She ends up blowing herself up in the kitchen. We don't see what she kills herself with, but it's obviously dynamite or something. But that was really their own explanation. They also don't turn into werewolves. They only turn into a werewolf when they want to eat, and we only really see their face. And that is it. Like that thing right there. That's their werewolf. It's a decent design, but they don't show it. They show it for a few seconds before the person is about to, get killed, but they don't actually let us see the design. And it's literally only for them to eat. They turn into werewolves to eat, and then they just change back. Also, for the longest time, the movie is like, hey, their werewolves are stronger than people. Yet she gets locked in her room for half the movie. She could escape, but she only escapes when there's like the last 5 minutes left of the movie. She also kills her own daughter, but she only ends up killing herself after she throws her son out the window. Yeah, she throws him out the window. He's fine. He's hurt, but he's fine. Her excuse, was she was a stranger just because, the daughter lives far away. But yeah, that was a weird excuse. It seems like that was the werewolf in her talking, but that's still her own daughter that she's known for a long time. She's an old lady. She's a grandma. And that's her excuse for killing her daughter, and almost killing her son is just what gets her to kill herself, which I thought was just a bit weird. But yeah, it was a decent movie. But, like I said, there wasn't much werewolves, but it's a werewolf movie. Like, come on, werewolf movies need to get better already. But out of most of the werewolf movies I've seen, it's actually pretty decent.